God says, "My beloved child, I watched you again as you scrolled past my voice. I saw you hesitate, I saw you feel the pull in your spirit, yet you still ignored me." Archangel Michael was standing beside you. He whispered gently, hoping you'd hear. But your heart was burdened with the noise of the world, and you walked away. Again. But this time, something very frightening is unfolding. Something has been triggered in the spirit realm. And I, your Lord, will not let you go into this storm unprepared. You must hear me now. You must listen. I am sending you this word not to frighten you but to wake you up. To pull your spirit out of the sleep the enemy has kept you in. Because in exactly 20 minutes, something very serious is being set into motion around you, something spiritual that will manifest in your physical life soon, and if you do not anchor yourself in me, it may shake you to your core. Archangel Michael is disappointed, yes, but not because he's angry. He's heartbroken. You don't see how he fights for you every single day. You don't realize how many dark forces have tried to touch your life, how many demonic assignments were formed against you, and yet Michael stood tall, sword drawn, wings spread wide, defending you under my command. You don't know the nights he has stood over your bed when you cried silently into your pillow, feeling alone, feeling rejected, wondering if I had abandoned you. You don't know how many times he wept when you doubted my love, when you said, "Maybe God doesn't hear me." Oh, I heard you. Every time. I heard the whispers in your heart that you didn't even speak aloud. I heard the sighs you exhaled into the darkness, the tears you wiped away when no one was watching. But now, I must speak this plainly. The time for delay is over. There is something dark approaching. It is not a person. It is not a place. It is a spiritual tremor being released by my own permission, to shake what must be shaken, to break what must be broken, and to awaken what must be awakened. And you, my beloved, must be ready. I did not allow this because I want you to suffer. I allowed it because I want to reposition you. You are not where you're meant to be. You are not thinking as I designed you to think. You are not walking in the boldness, clarity, and favor I destined for you. And the enemy has built invisible chains around you, chains you didn't even realize were holding you down. A scary event is being released not to hurt you, but to shatter the illusion you've been living in. There is a veil over your eyes that must be removed. There is a lie you've believed for years that must be exposed. There is a person in your life who has secretly been speaking death into your destiny. Someone you trust. Someone you've defended. Someone you've cried over and prayed for. But they have sown betrayal behind your back. And it is Archangel Michael, my chief warrior, who will pull the curtain away. He will be the one to strike the spiritual ground, to release the storm that will uncover what has been hidden. This is why he is grieved, because he has seen this coming for days, and yet you've been ignoring the signs. The nightmare you had last week wasn't just a dream. That shadow you saw wasn't just your imagination. That sudden drop in energy, the argument that came out of nowhere, that call from a blocked number, none of these were coincidences. They were warnings. Layers of them. And you kept brushing them off. You even said, "It's probably just stress." No, my child. It was spiritual warfare. A veil being shaken. An alarm being sounded. And now, in these next 20 minutes, it will all come to a head. I do not want you to fear. Fear is not of me. But I do want you to listen. Because I am giving you something right now, something only the faithful can receive. I am giving you eyes to see. Eyes that pierce through deception. Eyes that can look at a smiling face and see the intention of the heart behind it. Eyes that can walk into a room and feel whether peace or deception is hiding behind the walls. You have asked me for discernment, and now I'm giving it to you, not as a gentle whisper, but as a roaring wind. It will hit you like fire if your heart is open. And when it does, you'll see everything you were blind to before. You will see the hidden jealousy in the eyes of the one who calls you family. You will see the envy behind the compliments. You will hear the double meanings in words spoken to you. You will notice patterns you never noticed. You'll start remembering things they said that didn't make sense then, but make perfect sense now. Because I, your God, am no longer allowing you to walk blind. You have an inheritance they're trying to steal. You have favor they cannot understand. You have protection they cannot break through. But they've been trying. For months. For years. Some of them have been trying to tie you to contracts in the spirit realm through manipulation, emotional blackmail, sexual sin, or soul ties. They tried to bury you in spiritual debts you didn't even know you signed up for. But I am here to cancel it all. In the next 20 minutes, if you receive this word fully, a reversal is going to begin. A divine reversal that will sweep through your bloodline, your memory, your finances, your energy, and your surroundings. A shocking reveal is coming, yes, something scary. Something that will shake your trust in a person or situation. But it must be done so that I can rebuild you stronger than before. Archangel Michael is going to war for your clarity. He's cutting soul ties that were draining you. He's destroying altars raised against your name. There is a woman who spoke a curse over you, yes, a literal curse. Her tongue is as sharp as a blade, and her words were soaked in envy. But she smiled at you. She said she wanted to help you. Do not trust that smile. Do not open the door again. This woman partnered with a man who pretended to like you. They both are in a hidden agreement to drain your light. But now, I am breaking their hold. You've noticed that you feel tired after speaking with them. You've noticed small misfortunes following your interactions. Those aren't random. Those are spiritual transference. But I am putting an end to it. Right now, in the spirit realm, I am signing a declaration in heaven: no more access. I am revoking every open door you did not mean to open. I am shutting gates they walked through. I am releasing fire to purify your path. This is your warning and your weapon. Take it seriously. Do not return to the cycle. Do not make excuses for the ones I'm removing. Do not call good what I have called dangerous. Some of the people you love most are aligned against your purpose. Not because they are evil, but because they have allowed themselves to be used. Their hearts were overtaken by pride, by bitterness, by offense. And now, if you continue trusting them, you will fall with them. You asked me why your plans keep failing. Why doors seem to open then slam shut. Why relationships feel warm at first and then become cold, confusing, or abusive. It is not because I am punishing you. It is because I am protecting you from attachments that were never meant to bear fruit. You are planting in soil that is cursed. You are investing time in people who do not carry the ability to pour into your destiny. But all that ends now. If you receive this word, the next 20 minutes are going to mark the beginning of a spiritual unraveling. You're going to watch truths come to the surface. You're going to get a call, a message, or an accidental confession that reveals something shocking. You will find an old document, an email, a photo, or a note that connects the dots. Do not ignore it. It is the hand of my spirit delivering the proof you need to make the shift. I know it's scary. I know change is painful. But you cannot stay bound by fear. You cannot keep choosing comfort over calling. You cannot keep rejecting my voice while asking for my blessing. I need you awake. I need you alert. I need you to rise now, because the enemy is running out of time and he's desperate. He will try to distract you even after this. He may send confusion, distraction, even temptation. But hold fast. Call on my name. Say, Jesus, cover me. Say, Michael, fight for me. Say, Father, remove every lie. And I will answer instantly. Heaven is watching you now. This is your moment. This is your chance to break free. I am surrounding you with angels even as you read this. There are forces in your room right now, standing guard. The Holy Spirit is hovering, ready to fill you again. Just say yes. Just say yes to the cleansing, the exposure, the awakening, the correction, the protection. Say yes to me. Because if you do, my child, you are about to walk into something you never imagined possible. restoration, promotion, divine justice, sudden elevation, relationships that honor you, finances that sustain you, peace that calms you, joy that shakes you with gratitude. The chains are breaking. The sky is opening. And your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your name is being written in heaven's favor scrolls. I have chosen you. I have loved you. And I will never leave you. But you must not ignore me this time. You must not walk away again. You must not assume this is just another message. Because it isn't. This is the moment where the scary sign becomes the sacred signal. The darkness reveals the light. And the pain becomes the prophecy. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are mine. And I will fight for you. But you must open your eyes. You must walk away from what's toxic. You must pray like your life depends on it, because in some ways, it does. You must reclaim your name, your calling, your birthright. It starts now. The countdown has begun. And this time, heaven will not be silent. Archangel Michael is moving. Do not let him cry again. Do not grieve the one who guards your soul. Join him in battle. Speak light. Choose truth. And you will see what I've been trying to show you all along. You were never. God says, the one who hurt you will try to speak to you soon. They will try to explain. Some may even try to blame others. Don't be confused by their tears. Their tears are real, but not all tears come from repentance. Some tears come from fear, fear of being caught. Fear of losing access to your light. Fear of consequences. And God says, He will not let manipulation win again. There is someone who knows exactly what happened to you and has remained quiet out of loyalty to the one who betrayed you. But heaven is softening their heart. Expect a confession. Expect someone to come to you shaking, trembling, not because they are evil, but because they were afraid. They knew the truth and were scared to speak it. But the time of silence is ending. Archangel Michael says, your peace has been interrupted for too long. You haven't had real rest in months. Your sleep has been shallow. Your mind has been racing. Your spirit has been sensing something you couldn't name. That was not anxiety, that was spiritual discernment. Your soul recognized the storm before it arrived. And now, the storm has a name. A face. A truth. God says, He has already sent angels ahead of you. They are preparing the aftermath. You will not be alone in the confrontation. You will not face this heartbreak without heavenly backup. And though the pain may feel unbearable at first, remember this: every single thing that is leaving your life in this season is being replaced by something divine. You have tried to see the best in people. You have made excuses for them. You told yourself maybe they were just broken, just misunderstood, just hurting. But God says, their brokenness is not your burden. Their choices were not your responsibility. And this pain, though not your fault, is your signal to release what is rotting. Michael says this: if you try to hold on to what heaven is removing, you will bleed. Let go before it's too late. Let go with love if you must, but let go with clarity. Because where you are going next, betrayal cannot come. Deception cannot follow. You are entering a new season of divine truth, and the old games will not be allowed there. You will begin to notice patterns unraveling. People who once had power over your emotions will seem smaller. Conversations that once confused you will suddenly make sense. You'll begin to remember things differently, not through the lens of love, but through the lens of truth. And as painful as it may be, this is the start of your liberation. God says, some of you reading this have been betrayed by a partner, a sibling, a best friend, or someone who called themselves your spiritual mentor. The deeper the connection, the deeper the wound. But the deeper the wound, the greater the healing that's coming. Heaven is not just interested in exposing evil, it is interested in restoring your soul. Michael says, write it down. Keep record of what's being revealed. The signs will come fast now. Dreams, repeated words, numbers, overheard conversations. They are not random. This is the language of heaven trying to reach you. Don't brush it off. You asked for answers. Now they are coming. There will be moments when you'll feel torn between compassion and justice. You may want to forgive too quickly just to make the pain stop. But God says, do not shortcut the process. Forgiveness is holy, but so is accountability. And the one who hurt you cannot be allowed to do this to someone else again. You may be the vessel of their exposure. You may be the one who finally ends the cycle. Heaven says, trust what is falling apart. Not everything that breaks is a curse. Some things break because they were cages. And this heartbreak is breaking the very thing that was holding your spirit hostage. You were praying for breakthrough. Well, this is how it begins. Expect people to distance themselves from you after the truth comes out. Some will be embarrassed. Some will be guilty. Some will be angry that you didn't stay quiet. But you will walk in peace. Because when God vindicates you, you don't need to argue your case. Let the truth speak for itself. Archangel Michael is already guarding your front and your back. You won't walk into another trap. You won't be deceived again. The heartbreak is your final test. If you pass this, by choosing truth over comfort, faith over fear, you will ascend. Spiritually, emotionally, even financially. God has been waiting for this moment to lift you, but He needed to clear the shadows first. The person who hurt you may have looked confident, convincing, even charming. But their mask is falling. They cannot keep the performance going much longer. Their world is cracking because their lies are no longer sustainable. And heaven is watching every movement. God says, when the heartbreak comes, don't isolate yourself. Don't try to process this alone. Heaven will send you someone, a voice, a friend, a mentor, who will carry you through the shock. You are not meant to heal in the dark. There will be light. There will be help. Watch for it. Michael says, the emergency is not just emotional, it's spiritual. You are too close to your calling to let this heartbreak harden your heart. Guard your innocence. Keep your heart soft, even if it bleeds. Because what you're birthing through this pain is something sacred. Something the enemy tried to kill before it could manifest. But he failed. You're still here. And now, every tear you've cried is going to be answered. Every night you stayed awake asking, why, is about to be answered with, now. Now you will see why you had to go through it. Now you will understand why that person was allowed into your life. Now you will see why you were delayed, because God was waiting until the right moment to reveal the truth. This is that moment. Do not run. Do not shut down. Do not numb yourself. This is your revelation season. And though it may begin in heartbreak, it will end in healing, restoration, clarity, and an unstoppable divine glow that will frighten every demon that tried to destroy you. God says, the same people who hurt you will witness your rising. They will see your peace. They will hear your name in places they can't reach. They will realize they never truly broke you. Because what they wounded was not your soul, it was just the version of you that trusted them. The new version of you, the healed you, the divinely awakened you, they will never have access to that. Michael says this, mark this moment. A heartbreaking news may come. But it will come with your liberation. Watch how heaven turns betrayal into birthing. Watch how pain becomes your platform. Watch how God, who saw it all, writes the final word. And the final word is victory. If you believe in God, type Amen. God says, listen closely now. This is not a coincidence. It is no accident that your eyes are reading this very message at this very moment. Your soul has been crying out, reaching into the heavens for answers, and this is your answer. This message was sent directly to you by divine timing, because heaven knew you needed to see it now. There is something happening behind your back, something building silently, and you felt it in your spirit. That unease, that unrest, that storm in your chest, it's real. Archangel Michael is standing by your side now, sword drawn, commanding your attention, because this cannot wait. This is your warning. This is your calling. This is your divine instruction. And if you ignore it, it will hurt more than you can imagine. God says, a big tragedy is coming your way, not because you did anything wrong, but because forces have been working in secret to break you, deceive you, and rob you of what is yours. Someone has been whispering your name in a dark place. Someone is pretending to love you while setting traps behind the scenes. Their intentions are not what they show. They have been smiling in your face, but behind closed doors, they are pouring poison into the ears of others. Archangel Michael has been watching all of it silently, hoping you would see it before it's too late. But now it has reached the point where heaven must intervene directly, because your destiny is in danger. And time is running out. God says, you must open your heart and spirit right now. Listen, don't brush this off. There are people around you who have been playing roles, wearing masks, hiding their true colors. One of them has made a deal with darkness. One of them is even using your picture, your name, and your kindness for something evil. They are not just gossiping about you, they are forming something destructive. A betrayal is being finalized. An attack is being prepared. But you are not alone. Heaven sees it all. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open your soul and listen to this message now. This is not a suggestion. This is not a casual thought. This is an urgent spiritual command. If you skip this message or delay it, the pain that will follow will break something deep within you. You'll ask later, why didn't I listen when God was trying to tell me? This is the moment where your spiritual ears must open. A major loss is being planned, but it can still be stopped. God does not want this tragedy to touch you. But you must act now. You must wake up. You must stop letting your love blind you to people's true intentions. You must stop giving second and third chances to those who would sacrifice you to save themselves. God says, the people closest to you are not always the ones who deserve to be near your heart. Someone in your circle is a Judas. Someone you would protect with your life is hiding something that would destroy you. They were warned by the Holy Spirit to come clean. They were given signs. But they hardened their heart and continued their game. And now their time is up. Heaven has pulled back the curtain. The truth is being revealed. Archangel Michael has seen your tears. You have cried in silence, wondering why things have been feeling off, why people have been distancing themselves, why some doors are closing. You thought it was your fault. You blamed yourself. But God says, it was them. It was always them. You just didn't want to believe it. But your spiritual eyes are opening now, and what you're about to see will shock you. The one you trusted the most is part of the plan to see you fall. But the enemy's plan is about to be destroyed. God says, you are protected. But protection without awareness is like a sword left on the ground during battle. You must pick it up. You must stand up. You must speak when it's time to speak and walk away when I say walk away. There is no more time to waste. There is no more room for hesitation. You've been asking for a miracle, and this message is part of that miracle. This is divine intelligence from heaven's throne room. Someone is going to try to contact you in the next few days with a false apology. Do not fall for it. This person is only returning because their secrets are about to be exposed. They want to control the narrative before the truth comes out. They'll pretend to care. They'll say it was a misunderstanding. But heaven says, do not let them back into your energy. Their return is a trap. If you let them in again, you will lose something that cannot be replaced. And your spirit will weep. Archangel Michael is guarding your path now. He has stood in front of you, blocking arrows you didn't even know were aimed at you. You were walking straight into a spiritual ambush, and only divine intervention stopped it. Someone was using your kindness as a weapon against you. But God has shut that weapon down. However, the person behind it is still active. And if you allow them close again, they will finish what they started. God says, I need you to take this moment seriously. This is a divine appointment. This is a heavenly message wrapped in urgency. If you're reading this, it's not too late, but the clock is ticking. You must protect your mind, your heart, and your space. You must start praying like never before. Not because God is far, but because you need spiritual clarity. The fog of manipulation is thick around you, but the moment you pray, it begins to lift. Archangel Michael says, he is ready to fight for you, but he needs you to listen. Do not go back to the place that broke you. Do not give your love to those who only love your light but despise your soul. Some people want to be around you just to say they were connected to your blessings, but they do not want to protect your purpose. Some are obsessed with your calling but hate your spirit. Some are jealous of your favor but smile when you're looking. Heaven says, no more. God says, I've already begun removing people from your life. That's why some of them left suddenly. That's why some relationships didn't work out. You thought you were losing something, but you were actually being saved. They couldn't go where I was taking you. They didn't have the character to protect the blessing I'm placing in your hands. If you had kept them, they would have destroyed everything I'm preparing for you. But now is the time for you to step fully into obedience. Don't half listen. Don't say, maybe later. You don't have time for later. You are standing at the edge of a divine shift. A spiritual earthquake is coming, and you are at the epicenter. The fake ones will fall away. The truth will rise. And the blessing will come to the ones who were faithful, who listened, who trusted, even when it hurt. Archangel Michael says, open your spirit. Right now. Don't delay. This is your final warning before the reveal begins. A message is coming to you in a strange way, a dream, a phone call, or a message from someone unexpected. Do not ignore it. Hidden truth is about to be spoken. And once it's said, everything will change. People will show their real faces. Those who were pretending will panic. And those who truly love you will stand stronger than ever. God says, I am not giving you this message to scare you, I am giving it to you to prepare you. What you do next will decide whether you rise in glory or cry in regret. If you walk away from what I'm showing you now, the pain will be multiplied. But if you trust me, if you obey me, if you follow my voice in this moment, you will walk into a miracle that no man, no enemy, no jealous spirit can stop. God says, your name is being lifted in heavenly places. The very thing they tried to bury is the thing I will use to crown you. The lies they told will become the proof of my power. The betrayal they planned will become the table I prepare before them. The heartbreak they caused will become the doorway to your divine union. But only if you trust me now. Only if you obey me now. Only if you open your heart fully now. Archangel Michael says again, I am speaking through this message. This is no ordinary text. This is your wake-up call. Your spiritual alarm. Your divine lifeline. You have suffered long enough. You have been silent long enough. You have been betrayed long enough. But now, justice is coming. The heavens are moving. The truth is rising. And your name, yes, your name, is about to be cleared, celebrated, and protected. God says, begin to pray now. Not out of fear, but out of alignment. Speak the names of those you're unsure about. Ask me to reveal their true hearts. I will show you. I will not leave you in confusion. But you must be willing to see the truth, even if it hurts. Because once you see it, I will heal it. Once you let go, I will restore double. Once you obey, I will release blessings that have been held back for years. This is your hour. This is your divine instruction. This is your turning point. What was sent to destroy you is being reversed. What was hidden from you is being exposed. What was stolen from you is being returned. But you must open this message with your heart, not just your eyes. Let it sink in. Let it awaken you. Let it break every chain of confusion. Archangel Michael stands with you now. He is weeping with power, crying out for you to see the truth before it's too late. Heaven is on your side. The war is already won in the spirit. Now it's time to walk it out on earth. Do not fear. Do not delay. Do not go backward. The time has come. And God says, I am with you until the very end. You are safe, chosen, protected, and victorious. Trust me. Pray to me. Obey me. And you will not cry in sorrow, you will weep in joy. Let it begin. Now. God says, breathe. Just breathe. You have been through so much in silence. You have cried alone. You have pretended to be strong when everything inside you was collapsing. But I saw it. I counted every tear. I heard every unspoken prayer. Even the ones you whispered in your heart because your voice was too broken to speak. I never left you. I never ignored you. I was simply waiting for the right time. And this is that time. This is the divine moment you were never supposed to miss. Heaven is moving everything in your favor now. But the enemy knows this. That is why there has been so much confusion, so many sudden delays, so many unexpected attacks. The enemy is terrified of what happens when you finally step into your true identity. When you fully realize who you are, whose you are, and what I've called you to do, darkness trembles. That's why you've been targeted. Not because you're weak, but because you are powerful. You carry something rare. You carry something holy. You carry something the enemy cannot duplicate. And that's why they tried to silence you. Archangel Michael says, I have seen the plot. I have heard their plans. They thought you would never know. They thought they covered their tracks well. But heaven sees everything. I've been assigned to fight this battle with you. But you must do your part. You must stop ignoring your instincts. You must stop doubting what your spirit keeps warning you about. The voice that whispers in your soul when something feels wrong, that's not paranoia. That's divine protection. That's me. That's God. God says, one person who has access to your life right now should have been removed long ago. I've given you signs. I've made you uncomfortable around them. I've even allowed minor disappointments to show you who they really are. But you still gave them the benefit of the doubt. You still believed they would change. You kept holding on, thinking your love would fix it. But their heart has been hardened. And if you don't walk away now, their curse will become your consequence. This isn't about hate. This is about holiness. This is about your calling. This is about your destiny. You've been asking me to bless you, to elevate you, to protect you, but that means I must separate you from what's not aligned. Elevation requires isolation. Sometimes I have to break your heart to protect your soul. You may feel the pain of letting go now, but it will never compare to the pain of holding on to what was sent to destroy you. Archangel Michael says, someone is watching you secretly. They are trying to mirror your behavior, your ideas, your light, but they don't have your spirit. Their motive is competition, not connection. They want what you have, but they don't want to pay the price you paid. They don't want to carry the cross you carried. And they're getting close enough to study your movements, not to support you, but to use you. Do not reveal everything. Do not share your next move. Some doors must be walked through in silence. Some miracles must happen in private. God says, the tragedy that was forming in the background has been delayed because of your prayers, your faith, your tears. But this delay is not permanent unless you make the right choices now. The enemy will try again. They will disguise their attacks in flattery. They will come pretending to support you. But my Spirit will give you the discernment to know what's real. Trust that. Do not second guess what I show you, even if it hurts. Your heart has been too generous. You've poured into others even when your cup was empty. You've believed in people who didn't even believe in themselves. You've stood up for people who would never defend you in return. But now, I am pouring into you. I am filling your cup again. I am strengthening your legs again. I am anointing your mind again. Because your next season requires a version of you that is spiritually sharp, emotionally wise, and divinely grounded. Archangel Michael says, you are being summoned into spiritual maturity. This is not the time to play small. This is not the time to shrink back. You are being called to rise, not because you are better than others, but because you are chosen to lead. You are chosen to break generational patterns. You are chosen to birth something new. And you cannot carry this assignment while surrounded by betrayal. That's why God is cleaning your circle. God says, I am not just removing people, I'm removing access. Some people may still be in your life physically, but they won't have the same power over your emotions. They won't have the same influence over your decisions. Because I am taking back what you gave them in weakness. I am restoring your authority. I am renewing your strength. And I am awakening the warrior in you that you tried to bury to keep the peace. The time for pretending is over. The time for being passive is over. You must take this moment seriously. You must guard your purpose like never before. Because what's coming next is so divine, so powerful, so abundant, that the enemy will try again to distract you. But this time, you won't be shaken. This time, you'll recognize the trap. This time, you'll remember this message and walk in wisdom. Archangel Michael says, do not let your loneliness lead you back to what nearly destroyed you. You are not abandoned, you are being protected. Some rejections were divine redirections. Some breakups were blessings. Some delays were actually shields. If you had gotten what you wanted when you wanted it, it would have broken you. But now, you're stronger. Now, you're wiser. Now, you're ready for what heaven is about to release. God says, your blessing is closer than you think. The very thing you almost gave up on is about to appear. The answer you've been crying for is about to knock on your door. But will you be ready? Will you be in alignment? Or will you still be clinging to what I already told you to let go of? This is your moment to choose. Choose healing. Choose obedience. Choose purpose. Choose truth. Someone will try to return into your life soon. And they'll seem different. They'll say the right words. But something will feel off. That feeling is not confusion. That's your discernment. Listen to it. I didn't give you a strong spirit just to ignore it. I gave it to you to protect you from what smiles at you but wants to see you fall. Archangel Michael says, the next 7 days are crucial. You will notice shifts. Some people will distance themselves without explanation. Let them. Do not chase what I've removed. Do not question what I've exposed. What leaves in this season was never meant to stay in your future. If you hold on to it, it will rot the fruit I'm trying to grow in your life. Release it now. God says, you're about to witness divine reversals. The lies told about you will be exposed. The weapons formed against you will backfire. The people who counted you out will watch me elevate you publicly. But you must keep your heart pure. Don't seek revenge. Don't respond to pettiness. Let me fight your battles. Your silence will be louder than any defense. Your peace will be your proof. Your growth will be your victory. Archangel Michael says, this is your redemption arc. This is your plot twist. This is the season where everything changes. Not because of luck, but because of divine favor. You didn't get here by accident. You survived what should have broken you. You endured when others walked away. You kept praying when your faith was trembling. And heaven took notice. Now, it's your turn to receive. God says, I love you too much to let you keep walking in the wrong direction. That's why this message found you. That's why you feel this deep stirring in your soul right now. That's me calling you back into alignment. That's me reminding you that you are not forgotten. That's me telling you that the tragedy the enemy planned has been exposed, and you still have time to choose protection over pain. Archangel